everybody, I'm Taryn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, hello. Thank you for stopping by my little content corner. My name is Taryn. I hope you do like the kind of videos I put out, and I hope you do stay. Now, this looks a little different, right? I already have makeup on, well, my eyes. So, in the spirit of not giving up, we're just gonna keep going. So I was just filming this video and I wanted to do the little cloud eye makeup. I saw a couple people doing it. Most recently, a short kind of scroll by on my recommendeds, and it was like something J Balvin had what's his name, James Charles, try out. So I wanted to try it, but I literally just spent the last hour doing a get ready with me, talking about depression and how I manage it, and the footage quite honestly was no good. My tripod, my cat is teething, my kitten. I have 3 kitties if you don't know. My youngest kitty is teething and he has chewed the back of the security thing on my tripod off. So it's finally given and broken. I've taped it and it's just not staying up. So it just kept going down and down and down and down and down and down and down until you basically couldn't see but my forehead. And I'm just going all in on this video, talking about keep going, talking about anxiety. And you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep filming because it is what it is. I'm going to show you the products I use, even though I will put them on screen like I did the last one if I can. I'm going to show you where I got from this, and we're just going to keep going, okay? Let's just do it. So my brows are just my regular Precisely Brows by Benefit. I have on this here. Let's just show you guys. I have the Tresic eyeshadow primer, nice soft nude, so that it wouldn't be too dark for the baby blue that I've used for it. Then I went gently over it with the Jumbo Eye Pencil by NYX Cosmetics. Really love this. You get a lot of bang for your buck as well. The blue base is from the what's her name? I was going to say Normani because I just watched a Normani on Hailey Bieber on Hailey Bieber channels, and I love Normani. But this is Norvina's little mini palettes. And obviously I just used that baby blue here and just made a base. And then I made the clouds from the Clay Pot by Tarte Cosmetics, which is in white. And I just used that to formulate the clouds. I used Hourglass concealer in the shade Beach to shape it. And then I went in with Mario Makeup by Mario's. This is like a sealant, a liquefier or a sealant for things for it to stay. And you can also make thicker liners and anything out of kind of liner. I use that as a base to pop on little specks of glitter if you can see. And then I use the Makeup Forever Starlit Diamond Powder to add some sparkle to it. So yeah, that's where we are. I guess it'll work out because I'm going to do a short, and I'm going to do like a little makeup TikTok if I can. So I'm gonna just keep going instead of absolutely repeating everything I said. Basically, I just wanted to talk about, in general, depression. I want to create a safe space for people. I'm just gonna show y'all, like I said, this. I'm just using the Hydro Primer by Milk to prime my face. And now I'm not really going anywhere, so whatever. But I just want to talk about depression, you guys. If you have people in your life that struggle with depression, yes, it's absolutely your responsibility to manage your mental health. But I will say this, sometimes if you don't know what to say, just don't say anything. I have dealt with depression most of my life and probably will for the rest of my life. And this doesn't mean I'm going to be a very sad, cloud over my head person every day, but it will mean that sometimes I'll be in a bout of depression for a day, a couple of days, or sometimes months, and I need to manage it. I've been through a lot of trauma in my life from childhood to adulthood that I'm not going to get into in detail, but I've been through everything to, not having a one parent supportive, an abandoned parent. I've been through, you know, parental abuse. I've been through SA. I've been through DV. I've been through terrible heartache. I've been through self-hate like I had. And I've talked about this in the past, but like I have always had a major issue with my skin tone. I am an African American woman, and I always will want to be an African American. If you killed me a million times, that's all I wanted to be. But I had always struggled with the tone. I know that this is sadly and disgustingly the preferred tone that people like to use and project and put in our media and put on models and put on videos, and it's bullshit to me, because every skin tone is beautiful, but that beautiful brown skin is so gorgeous, and deep dark skin is so gorgeous, and the fact that it is looked at the way it is, and people of color, Black people, African American people like me that are treated differently for it always will break my heart, and I always stand against it. But to be honest with you, and thankfully I was never raised to feel any certain special way about my skin tone. And of course, people will still try to give you, privilege because you're skin, but I have always been raised to understand that's not something you accept. So I have always not accepted that. If I can even tell you're trying to treat me better or give me an advantage or anything because of that, I'm going to literally shut you down. And I have. But for me personally, I have never. Just to kind of add into a little bit of things that I have always struggled with when it comes to my depression, I have never, and still to this day, I'm going to be honest with you, struggled with appearance for myself. I've never really felt like the beautiful girl, the pretty girl. I've always been scrawny. I didn't even start thinking I was kind of cute until like my late 20s. But I never felt pretty. People used to tell me how ugly I was, first off, guys and gals and all that. I've never felt beautiful. But when I think of how that made me feel, I think of exactly how it makes people in my culture who are darker feel, because God, the way that people are treated for having darker skin and forgotten about even by our own people. Like, what the hell? I'll never understand it, but I will always fight it. I'll say that. But just to segue back, because I had to start this darn video over, there has been so many things that has led to my depression, disappointments. I have a whole video about things that happened in my music, when I was really actually into my music career and getting shows and doing that stuff, things that have happened. And getting older, I'm not afraid of age. I think it's such a beautiful thing to age and a privilege. I'm afraid of getting older and not being accomplished. I'm 32. I'm still trying to figure out how to launch my music. I'm still trying to figure out this here thing called YouTube. I'm going to do it regardless. I have made my mind up. No matter if it never makes me a penny, I'm going to do this because I need this for my happiness and serotonin to create. But when you look around you and you realize your age is just going up and your success rate is like a plateau, yes, you be patient, but if you're a person that deals with depression, your mind goes to that dark, 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 dark place where you're like, oh, okay, I'm just going to die and never get to do what I love. It's not going to happen. This is not going to happen. And I try to remember we speak what we believe into existence too, but I also remember that being depressed and having depression is a real thing, and it should not be dismissed as something as simple as, oh, okay, just manifest it. No, we can manifest things, but depression's real. That's why I say if you really don't know how to deal with somebody who has it, just be there silent. Sometimes it's enough to just not say nothing and be a silent shoulder for somebody, because it's our job to manage it. But that's what I was talking about before my video went to shit. And I will never not, just be transparent. I'm just gonna do it. I don't care what comes from it. I mean, hell, I made it through all the crazy comments I got when I was on the Glee project and only 21, and God, the things that was said about me, and that was before the internet was what it was, so you just were not prepared for that kind of shit. If I can make it through that, baby, if I can make it through that and all the other stuff I've been through in my life, I can make it through anything. This old thing, I don't even know if they make it anymore. Easy on the eyes, it's like a yellow eyeliner pencil. I just want to add a little bit of fun color to this. But yeah. It was going good until the video stopped, and exactly, sometimes that's speaking into existence is real. Exactly what I said. I was like, I hope my studio session is not canceled, because he's a very popular producer, and he also has really really popular artists and like people like celebrity credits. He gets big. He's so sweet. Don't get me wrong. He's not like that at all. Like where he's gonna put you off but he does have a high clientele. So, and we've been friends since high school, so I'm absolutely okay with waiting. But I said I hope it doesn't get canceled, and it did. Well, it got rescheduled, but now I'm here. Now I'm here just working on some stuff. So, redoing a video, because, I mean, why not? I'm here. This might not work, so let's do something else. I don't think it's going to work over the texture of the other stuff, so I got a better idea. Let's just do this. But yeah, let's just add a little pop of yellow, just to be a little different than the ones we've seen. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on depression and kind of open the floor to let people know you might have somebody in your life that's depressed. It doesn't mean every case, because some cases it's really, really, really severe. But it doesn't mean that they are never going to be happy. I had a comment from one of my loved ones like, well, then you can be happy again. I'm like, well, I'm happy the majority of time. That's not how depression works. It doesn't just mean that there's a reset button and I'm happy now. I'm happy the majority of time. I just get depressed because I have depression, and I have to do what I know to manage it. That's all. And if I'm talking to you about it, more than likely I'm just venting. And that's all. But I will say, just bear in mind, it doesn't mean you can't enjoy those people, or everywhere you take them they're going to be sad. And for some of those people, they might be very sad, all the time. And just understand this. I wouldn't wish long time or lifetime depression, seasonal depression, any kind of depression on anybody. It's a hard bear to cross, It's a hard bear to cross, and I'm definitely in one of my seasons of it. So here I am, talking to you guys, doing makeup, and just sitting down. I felt it coming yesterday because I was just emotional about a lot of things that are not always in my control, like animal cruelty and Panga, which is to be expected. Panga is my dog. Also did a video about that. I had her for 14 years and she died in February this year, and I'm having a miserable time coping with it. Some days I do really well, and some days I just cannot get my baby out of my mind. I really can't. And I just think about her cute little face, and right now I want to tear up. And she died in so much pain, which I think is why it still bothers me so much. I'm sorry. I think that's why it still bothers me so much, because she was in a lot of pain. But I miss her a lot. And then there was this cute little fur baby in the trash can yesterday, looking for food, and just as a human, I felt responsible. I just need a second here. But I felt responsible because I feel like we take so much of their space. We make it so hard for animals to find food and find shelter and just feel safe anywhere. We got so many cars, so many buildings, so many houses, so many poisonous things, and they just out here trying to survive. And when I saw that little fur baby in the trash can, I was soaking wet in stinky, nasty trash water looking for food, and the trash just came, so there was nothing. I felt like shit. I was like, hey, I know I'm probably about to go through a little season of depression because of things that have been bothering me. But B, I'm like, I want to be in a position to be able to combat these kind of things. And you can't do that when you don't have a lot of money and stuff, But I'm not gonna lie, I jumped when I seen it because I just didn't expect it. But then I came back and I just brought down a little grocery bag with like cat food and something else in there for it to eat because I just feel terrible. And people, oh, don't feed him, it's gonna come back. You know, yeah, probably. But for a day, from what I've seen, you're gonna eat, you know. But anyways, it's been leading up for me. Like it's this season of depression has been on its way for me. I'm used to it. I usually know what to do, and it's get creative or get some quiet time and just let my emotions flow for a couple of days, and then get back on it when it comes to trying to manage it. And creating is one of the ways I do it. But and it's very normal for me. I mean, it's been just about 6 months of me losing a dog that's been in the family for all these years. It's normal for me to still feel very emotional about my baby girl and what happened. You know, I tell people all the time I struggle with whether or not I should be vegan because I do struggle with animal cruelty, but then I also understand the cycle of life, and I know that if I'm in the wild and the animal is hungry, it's gonna eat me. But like I said, the difference is they're not cruel. You know, they're not doing the things that we do to animals, and that's what I hate. That's the part I hate about it. That's the part I hate about it. So now that I've got it together, I'm just wondering people I'd rather not tear up on camera. Then I'm also a little frustrated. I really did want to go to the studio today. I needed it. I needed a little joy in singing. But that just means I was meant to be here today and working on what I'm working on, even if it's not from the beginning. Even if I lost most of the footage, even if my tripod broke at the time right now where your girl don't have brand new tripod money, the show must go on. And just seeing these little fluffy clouds on my eyeballs are making me feel a little bit better anyway. So, yeah. That's depression for you guys. If you want to see what that looks like, watch this video and not get the cloud eyeshadow tutorial because we didn't get to keep the footage. But yeah, I want people to come here and realize that I'm going to do everything I can to just be my authentic self. I know I bring up Mr. Beast a lot, but he's a great example because of his success on YouTube, and that's pure facts. And like he said, he likes the kind of people who make what they want to make. And you can tell they enjoy what they put on YouTube. Not everybody that tries to follow a formula. Formulas are great and you will get somewhere with them. But I too enjoy videos of people who make what they love to make. The beauty community right now is not where it used to be. But I still sit up and absolutely love watching people like Raw Beauty Christy and Patricia Bright. And I miss when Desi and Katie used to post a lot, you know. And Sydney and Nima Tane. I still enjoy that kind of stuff. And you know why I enjoy it? Because they still enjoy making it. And that's just a tea. I'm going to use the Airbrush Flawless, what is this? Foundation by Charlotte Tilbury. This was in a BoxyCharm, you guys. But yeah, I'm going to be authentic. It can be quite scary and embarrassing sometimes to be emotional on social media, but it is what it is. And some people are probably like, girl, you are crying about a dang whatever in your trash can and a dog. I mean, I had a good friend that I've known for a long time. On the day my freaking dog died, be like, just get another dog. Laugh out. And they put laugh out loud when I say that person was blocked. And if I still had Facebook, they would still be blocked. They was blocked, baby. Because let me tell you something. It wasn't just a dog for me. And no, you can't replace something that died. Nobody, if that's the case, let's just go make another human when you pass away, right? That's not how it works. I understand not everybody is animal lovers, and I try to respect it, but at the same time, if you want respect from me, give it. or else I'm gonna more than likely keep that same energy. But instead of arguing, I just blocked them. I said, all right, I've known you too long for you to even try to have this conversation with me. This is such a good foundation. But yeah, blocked. That is something though, not the block part, but that's something that's actually helped a lot with my depression. I got rid of quite a bit of my social media pages aside from the ones I need for my candle line, for my music, and for my videography. No more Facebook, and I'll never have it again. No more Snapchat. Got rid of Snapchat. Got rid of Twitter a long time ago. No more Twitter. If I had a Twitter, I'd make like a fake Twitter. And it would just be like a meme page or something. Or an inspo page, and you would never know that it was me. But that has helped my mental health quite a bit because it was stagnant in the first place. I felt like there was absolutely, besides a few people who were supporting me, who are still on my small little pages I have now, there was just no support. I felt like most of the content and the things that were put out were very negative and not progressive. I felt like the more pages I had, the more urge that I felt to try to keep up with people's successes, especially, like I said, with the whole issues with trying to cope with the fact that I'm at a certain age but not at a certain goal. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get rid of the things that I don't need. And it was a few of the social media pages that just weren't a necessity. And I do feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulder. I feel like I get to see with my much smaller Instagram. You know, it never got back to normal after it was hacked, but I feel like I like that because I see things that I enjoy seeing, things that uplift me, or even if it's something emotional or sad, it's things that I can relate to and I can be helped with there. And I just feel better. That's something that's totally helped me. And I feel really appreciative about that. So, may not be for everybody, but it was definitely something for me, and I don't regret doing, is getting rid of those pages. I'm going to try something different. This is the KVD Vegan Beauty Locket and Tan. I got a few shades in this, but I'm going to try to set with this time and see. But that's helped with it. And before the footage went to absolute poo, I was talking about how I know another reason my depression has been coming on lately is because, I've talked about it in so many vlogs. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to get out of the area I'm in. You know, I do live in a more like kind of hood place. I grew up like that, so it's not a big deal, you know, per se. But after a while, you kind of just want to grow. I want to be somewhere with more nature. I want to be somewhere with a more of a neighborhood community. I want to be somewhere, you know, where my animals can roam and I don't have to worry about somebody doing 90 miles on a 20 mile per hour street and flattening my cats. I want to travel. I want to see the world. There's so much more than just America and Detroit. And I need to just branch out. And right now my finances are just not allowing me to do anything except for what's needed and things like this. Keep the internet and the Adobe Creative Suite going. So right now it's not an option for me to just up and move. I'm working on it. Trust me. Trust me, I don't just do the one job I have. I'm a hustling gal, but we're also in the height of inflation. It's why I changed my candle prices to what they were because, quite frankly, life is expensive and people can't really afford a lot. We just can't. And what we're being paid is not matching what we're having to pay to stay alive. So that's been getting to me, just wanting to travel. I have not traveled, you guys, in years. It's been years. And yes, the pandemic is part of it, but before that, like I said, I just haven't. It's been a long time. Like I said, I'm ready to just relocate. I'm ready to be somewhere else. And that flood, I know it's annoying that I keep talking about it, but it did impact my life very, very heavily. I had to take out 2 loans because they just weren't willing to really assist us. We all got the same exact amount. And we all lost so much in this neighborhood. They gave us each like maybe $1,100 when we lost 20s, 30s, 40s, thousands of things. I know I did. I lost my whole car. You know, I had a fully paid off car and now I'm in a car note. The first car note I've ever had. And I have to manage those loans with my one salary and my bills. So right now it's just tough, and it's not in the cards. And then I was working on a business before all that stuff happened, and I ended up still going through with it. So that cost a whole chunk of money to do the way I wanted it done for my candle line. So I know where this season of depression is coming from, That's really good. But yeah, I know where it's coming from, and I'm going to talk about it with you guys, because I promise you somebody is where I am, and it may be for different reasons, but I promise you somebody is where I am, and that's why I'm here for real. I'm here because I want to find like-minded people. I'm here because doing this makes me feel so good. When I close this door, you guys, I'm not on the east side of Detroit, Michigan no more. I'm in heaven. I'm in an oasis of limitless creativity. Same how I feel when I go to the music studio and I get to record and I get to write a song and I get to perform that song and I get to share it. When I shut this door and I turn on these lights and I turn on my camera, and I'm in a whole different space, and that is why I'm here, and that's why I keep going. It truly does help me, and I hope for other people who deal with depression and know that they may have to for their whole life, or you don't want to go on medicine. Like, I don't want to go on medicine, so I try alternative ways. I do hope that you have something. I hope you have something that can help you, because I know it's hard. It's hard. I know it. It's tough. It's heartbreaking. Not everybody understands. Sometimes it's just a day where it's not in your control, and it is the shittiest feeling. And I'm here to tell you, I know. I ain't here to judge you. I'm not here to tell you what to do about it. I'm here to tell you I know. So you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me, because I know I'm in my season. And so much of me, after all of that happened with the footage and the studio canceling, and I wanted to be like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to go sit and lay down and brood. And nope, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going, because I know where I'm going to go. If I don't, I'm going to go in that dark old little black hole, and I don't want to go there. So here we are. Here we are, and we're going to keep going. And that's that. And I already feel better because I chose to continue to film. Because I've told you, once I deleted the footage, realizing it was messed up because my tripod broke, I was like, nah, nope, no, this is the last straw. I have had so many little fails and things not work out the last week or so. I'm like, no, I'm freaking done. I'm done. But no, I'm so glad I didn't. I literally feel better already. I really do. Pulling out an oldie, y'all. Big Book of Blushes. Boom. From Tarte. They better still be making these. I popped into Ulta around Christmas last year, and I didn't see one. So y'all need to make these. Now, y'all know people like these. I don't know why y'all want to play these games, Tarte. We used to call it Tardy or Tarte when we used to work for Tarte, me and my friends. Tardy. Y'all know people like the Big Book of Blushes. Don't play with us. And I bet you I got a whole bunch of Tarte credits that I need to use up. So I'm going to go see, baby. This is so cute. I wish I was going somewhere. I do got ice cream money. I got a couple of dollars for ice cream money. My boo baby went back home. He's not from here. I think people know that. But he's not from here originally. He went back home to visit family for a couple of weeks, or I'll go hang out with him. But it's not here. So yeah. But I'm just gonna mention it one more time. I don't want to trigger nobody. I didn't even get to keep my trigger warning in here, so I will put it in the front for people who may not be ready to listen to things about depression or loss of an animal or loved one, or someone else crying makes you cry. I'm an empath. I can hate you something and see somebody cry, and I'm like, like that's me. But that's what this is about. So I put it there so you know. But I just want you all to understand that there are many people like me who are functioning depressed people, and then there are also people who are non-functioning depressed people. They exist. It is their job to manage their lifestyle and their mental help. But like I said, if you are a human being that would, care to be aware about those things, and then do it. But also know you are not alone. And as my mom and a good friend of hers always would say, and still to this day say, that it does get greater later. And I'm telling you, after having a not so great day and not so great couple of weeks. So mind y'all business too. Y'all know I like blush. I know y'all probably like, girl, if you dip in there one more time. I like it. Okay? Y'all know I like it. I don't even know why we having this conversation. Y'all know how I feel about some dang blush. I drank a lot of water today too. Another thing that makes me depressed, my procrastinating ass. Knowing what I need to do to make sure I'm as healthy as I can be and not doing it. I love these. I don't know if I haven't seen them on the shelves when I've been shopping. But these are glow ones that they made. I love them. They're just good. I love a natural glow. It don't always have to be sparkly. I can't wait to try this little shorts hack and see if it works. It probably won't, but whatever. Oof, now I got a headache. Crying about my baby. My precious Pangy Bear. The cutest little pupperoo on the planet. My nephew, well, I have a lot of nephews but and nieces, but my nephew was like asking me too. My nephew Grayson was like asking me, did I want to get a dog? He was like, get a small one like me. And I kept saying, Auntie's not ready for another doggy yet, Grayson. I still miss Pangy, who he used to call Chihuahua for whatever reason. And he's like, okay, get small. He's like, girl, you gonna get another dog, lady. And I'm just cracking up. And I swear, it's like everywhere I go, I see little dogs. I swear. And they're like, and not just little dogs, just dogs. And they're always stray. And every time I'm like trying to convince myself to, I'm not ready, so it's working out. But I'm like, okay, if the dog is still right there in 4 minutes when I come out from the CVS, I'm going to get it. And then it's gone. I'm like, see, that's a sign. But there's been a few times where I still seen them. And I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm really not ready. I'm not over Topanga. But I'm also never not going to open my home to an animal in need within reason. Obviously, there are animals that can absolutely devour my ass. But I also know I'm never going to be one of them people who just stops getting like animals, because to me, we've taken so much from them. And the least you can do, especially the ones that we've chose to domesticate, is give a home. Same with like a kid. It's a bunch of kids that need to be adopted. Why don't we do that? If you can. I know everybody can't, I can't afford to. But if I had the means, oh, for sure. Oh yeah. I keep seeing this, like now all of a sudden. At the 6-month mark, I see a bunch of animals all the dang time. Like all the time. That look like they may not have an owner, and then I look away. So it could even be it could be all in my head, honestly. This is the mascara from that BoxyCharm. So good. Could be all in my head, because when I come back out, I don't see them. So I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that I am grateful to have a creative outlet. I will say that. I know everybody don't have an outlet for their depression. And sometimes my creative outlets, it still don't help. Sometimes when it's real bad. But for the most part, it does. And I will say that it's a win for me. I will say that it's a win, honey. I'll take it. I really will. I wish I was going somewhere, because, honey, I haven't slayed my skin like this in a minute. Like, psh. She has not been a slay, honey boom boom chica, the house down boots in a minute. That's why I'm going to start doing what I'm supposed to do and keeping up with my extractions and water intake and taking care. I do my skincare religiously, but like really doing the extra stuff, like the pampering things, I'm gonna start doing that for real. Yet another thing depression be hating on me with, like knowing I'm trying to keep into my productivity, not work productivity, Taryn productivity, and I just don't. Like I went to sleep, y'all. I went to sleep at like 8 o'clock, 8:30 on Friday. Or was it Thursday night? I was so exhausted from work. I was so drained. And I was like, now this is the beauty of working home. I can literally just go lay in my bed. I had showered, washed my face, of course. And I was like, okay, I'm going to edit. I was finishing the edit. And I was like, I'm going to edit. I've already eaten dinner because I've been trying to eat before 9. And catch up on some Raw Beauty Christie. Patrick Starr's been uploading like crazy. And yeah, I'm going to wind down. I was so mentally, physically, emotionally drained. I got in the shower. I did my skincare routine. I brought my computer, my laptop in, and I set up to edit, and I was just out like a light. I don't even remember falling asleep at all whatsoever. And then I woke up. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I missed my mom's call. Like, she called me like 6 times, so I made sure I called her back because I didn't want her to think I was murdered. You know how mamas are, and I don't blame them. And I just laid back down. Usually it takes me a minute to fall asleep, like for real. And I was out again like a light. Woke up next morning. It was like 6 or 7. And my phone's ringing. I'm like, I know this number. It's my dentist, who I love. I love my dentist. I love going there. I love everybody there. And she's calling me, and I'm like, hello? She was like, oh my God, you're okay. I'm like, yeah. She was like, you had an appointment today. And I'm like, I never miss my appointments, y'all. When it comes to my dentist, I'm so like, I had braces for such a long time because I had a bad sports injury when I was younger, like bad. And I had to redo my braces process. Like my teeth went through my lips, like horrible accident. And so I'm very like particular about going to the dentist because I've had braces so many times. I had a terrible injury. And so I don't miss my appointments, long story short. And she was like, you had an appointment? I'm like, I'm so sorry. You guys know I never miss. I'm so sorry. Can I please reschedule? And she was like, oh no, I'm not even worried about you missing it. She was like, I was panicking because it's just not like you. It's not like you to not show up. And so I was genuinely worried about you. And that made me feel good that she cared, but it also made me realize, like, you're burnt out. In every aspect of every aspect, you are burnt out. You're tired. You are working so much with your job, and you're trying to rebuild the consistency you lost in between not being able to cover your software payments for Adobe, and you're going into depression, Taryn. And depression, Taryn, is forgetful. And I'm the type of person that has really good memory. And I'm like, yep, this is my sign that I'm absolutely burned out. I'm burned out, and I need to recharge. And I also need to demand that I give myself more personal time. And when I say demand, I mean write that shit down, Taryn. Put it in your calendar. Put it as an alarm. Put it on your physical calendar. And literally set it up like an appointment, because you can't get to the point where you are not doing for yourself. Like everything you do is for a means to survive. And literally, that's all I'm doing. Everything I'm doing right now is to keep the roof over my head, keep the lights on, keep my car note paid, keep my cats fed, keep some groceries in my refrigerator. And that's not living. That's not living, that's surviving. And while we all do need to survive, no, baby. This is why you are where you are, because you're not taking care of your mental health, and you have to. and you're not doing self-care, and self-care is literally just, in the first place, acknowledging your goddamn self, and it's something that I have not been doing. Like, I haven't been treating myself, quite honestly, like a human being, and I'm not a robot, and I don't have all the answers, and I will never have all the answers, but one thing I do know is that I need to start caring for myself a little bit more. I need to start putting aside times for the things that I absolutely love, and that's just that. So, yeah, that was my realization. Like, you are in the season of depressed Taryn, so let's pull ourselves out of the quicksand, and let's reel this in, but let's also live in the truth of it. Let's be authentic. Let's not shy away from it. Let's not feel the need to act like everything's okay. Okay? And that's for any of you out there listening. Do not feel the need to do that. You can be professional, do your job. If you can, you may not be able to. Don't feel the need to put on for anybody. What's the old saying? Keeping up with the Joneses. Don't you keep up with nobody. Keep up with yourself. Because at the end of the day, when we take our little dirt nap, ain't nobody climbing in there with you. Okay? So just keep that in mind. But we are about done with this look. And then I'm going to do a short, or I've been loving these YouTube shorts. I just started doing them, honestly. This is Oldie But Goodie. This is Love Ya. These are in like the anti-bullying lipstick kits that I absolutely loved by Tarte. And this is a really pretty color. It smells amazing. One thing Tarte going to give you is a lip honey. They have really good lipsticks. I ain't going to, it's just, they do. They really, really do. Okay. Oh, yes. Listen, even with me losing footage, I bet you my butt talk. Yep. Looking at the clock. I'm like, I bet you I still talk y'all ears off. I bet. But if you got here this long, thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me have a moment. If you watched it, thank you for understanding. I will say that. Thank you so much for that. Seriously. I feel for the people who have really massive followings that go through these emotions and they just don't know how or when to talk about them because there's so many eyes on them. I honestly feel blessed that I'm on such a small scale. That's a blessing right now. You really, because you got the room to do it. It'd be different. I know. Like I said, when I first came out on that show and I had the little couple episodes that I did, no, them YouTube comments, some comments were insane. The little wikis, the stories made up, that was hard. That was hard, but it was training wheels for sure. So that might be foreshadowed. It's training wheels for something. I went through that for something, right? Pat McGrath, because I realized I didn't show it to you guys. Wicked Whisper Lust Gloss. So pretty. Gotta love Pat products. You just do. You know what I'm saying? Just nice. Alright. We don't need setting spray, but I just feel like naked if I don't. Double Duty Beauty by Tarte. AKA Tarte, if you're fancy. And girl, this is Stay Spray, but Double Duty Beauty is, you know what I mean. It's that brand. It's the line. The disgrace. I used to work for these people. All right. This is the look. This is the little freehand eye clouds. I absolutely love them. Hold on. The perfectionist in me sees a little speckle here. Alright. But this is everything. This is the look. This would have been my studio look. This would have been my studio vlog look that I was going to be bringing you guys this way. But whatever. Obviously, today was meant to happen. I'm getting stuffy. was meant to happen the way it did. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys got something out of this video. I hope even if not, you enjoyed this little quick look. I wish I would have been able to get the eyes on camera, but there's so many people that done this and so many TikTokers. I'm sure you can find how to do it for sure. Very, very easy actually. Hope to see you guys soon on my next video. Check out some of the ones that are already posted. Check out my shorts. I'm really new to them, but I am enjoying making them. And yeah, just remember you guys to be you. Be you, no matter how hard and frustrating it can be. Be yourself, love yourself, and make sure that you don't put yourself at the bottom of your to-do list. Don't do it, because it's hard to climb back up there once you do. Take it from me. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.